And welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. I'm sorry, another video with this really awful background, but honestly this week has been insane. I almost didn't even make this video because this past week of reading was awful. And I'm not saying I read bad books, I'm just saying that it was awful. I figured I would get at least 3 books in, and I only got 2, and I literally just finished one a minute ago, and it's 7:08 right now at night. I had a really bad Thursday night, and then I didn't read basically at all Thursday, um, which stunk because I was really okay, I'm going to read a lot. I had just gotten Ashes to Ashes the day before, and I had said oh, I'm going to finish this. I had already read 60 pages, I hauled it, read 60 pages, and then that day I was oh, yes, I'm going to read this whole thing because I just wanted to read it because I just got it. And Thursday night was awful, and I didn't even get to read at all. And then Friday was work, obviously, and then I went and I spent the night with my boyfriend, so there was no reading then. And then it was alumni weekend, so I brought my book with me just in case I had a chance to read, and I didn't. So I had that 100 pages that I had read between Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with work and stuff. And then I was today I was I need to finish this because I just need to. So I finally finished it. So I have 2 books to share with you, which is kind of depressing and sad, which is why I'm also not filming from over there because there's just no point in me setting this whole thing up for nothing. So I read 2 books. And the first book I read was Fangirl by Rowell. This is not on my TBR either, but I was I just kind of had a feeling I should read this, and it actually didn't turn out too good for me. I gave it about 3.5 stars. This is my first Rainbow Rowell book if you are just checking into me, and I'm sorry I look like a hot mess. But I was starting to like it, and I liked it more than I thought I was going to, and I was reading it, and just the more I read it, the more it kind of annoyed me. The ending I felt didn't really wrap everything up I would have liked it to. There's still some loose ends that I could have had filled in if possible. Um, the main character, Kath, right? Is that her name? No, that's a different book. No, it is Kath. Never mind. Kath. Um, she was just really immature in my opinion. I mean, I know when I was 18, her age, I was immature, but I feel I was reading a 12-year-old or something. At one point her and a character are having a whole conversation about touching each other, and I'm you're in college, what are you doing? I don't know, just some of it just seemed very cliche and predictable, and I don't know, I didn't love it, which was really annoying. I feel I said more in my Goodreads not wrap up, but review, but I'm blanking on it right now. But I mean, it was alright. And then too, with the Simon Snow thing, I liked the tie-in where it was it seems like Harry Potter, but with every new chapter there's a quote from either her fan fiction or from the book, and at that point I was just kind of enough, especially because it's random expert excerpts. So I felt I was I don't even understand the Simon Snow story. I don't need to hear this excerpted out. It just didn't seem real, right, and it bothered me after a while, so I started skimming those parts. But I mean, it was alright. I would still give her another chance. I would consider buying her other books too, but 3.5, don't hate me. And then the second book, which is obvious because I already talked about it, was Ashes to Ashes by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. This is the third and final book in the Burn for Burn trilogy, which makes me super sad. I gave this book 5 stars, but the interesting thing is, I liked it and I loved it, but I feel it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to still. I wish different things happened a little bit differently, but I still really liked it. The pacing was phenomenal. I felt I blew through this. Even how I only read that 60 pages or whatever, I read that in 40 minutes. The pages blew by. So I still really liked it, even though things didn't play out the way I wanted them to. I still really enjoy the series, and this is honestly like probably like one of my favorite series ever. Well, not ever. Yeah, maybe ever, actually. I like it because it's contemporary, but there's kind of also like a paranormal twist in it, which makes it kind of an interesting one. And the revenge factor, it makes it just more thrilling. Like, literally, at the end, I was like, how many more pages do I have to go? Because I really want to know what happens, like, now. So, it was actually really good. So, I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. And I was glad that I was able to get it really close to its release date, even though I could not finish it, like, immediately. It was still really good. So those are the 2 books that I read this week. Hopefully I do better next week, like this coming week / now, because it's already Monday. Because literally this month I've only read 10 books. I'm so behind, which is like 10's not bad. Like it's just like compared to all the other months that I've been reading, the lowest month I had, sorry, I'm looking, was May, and I read 16 books. The fact that it's already September 22nd and I know I've got like a busy like last week and a half of September, I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. That's what life is for, not just for reading, but still. I'm gonna go because I feel like I keep rambling, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope next time I see you, I'm actually back in front of my books. And yeah, I hope you guys are having really good reading weeks. Let me know what you're reading down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.